Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I wanted to just kind of put out a video here real quick to say that the game is about to change, especially when it comes to AI and websites and whatnot. Let's take a look here because a few things popped up just in the last several days. I go away to France, come back, and what do you know? Some new things on the horizon. Let's check it out. So if we take a look at So if we take a look over here, the first thing you might have noticed, if you go over to more, if you're a ChatGPT user, you will see sites. Brand new. What is sites? Well, it's the same thing that kind of Lovable did a few times ago. So if we go over here to ChatGPT, if we go, there we go. So if we go over here to ChatGPT and you click this more thing, now I'm on a desktop. Imagine this is the same on a phone. I realize a lot of people work from their phone. It might be pretty difficult to do this on the phone. But if you go over to more here in your ChatGPT menu, you'll see this new thing called sites. And what this is, you can create a website. Now I haven't created a website on here before. Don't really know, but the point is they got about a huge frontier model system working on this, and probably a few hundred engineers. So I'm pretty sure they're gonna crack it. So what Lovable was last year will soon be ingested into ChatGPT, and you'll be able to basically make like a brochure website. So this would be, your WordPresses, stuff like that, very easy websites. I don't know how much it'll be as far as like how well it'll function, excuse me, as far as taking in information, doing business, automating business, and stuff like that. That is tremendously, as I know, much more difficult than just a simple, drag and drop website. The other really big game changer, which came out, I think, just a few days ago. Let me see if I can find it. Is this. Go out of my own thingy. Nope. Set up billing. The other really big thing that you can do now is this. This was announced just the other day. I'm not going to do it because I just don't really agree with this, to be honest. But there are now going to be ads on ChatGPT. I was talking with a few folks, Ms. Vicky Rosling and Lori earlier today at a meeting, telling them about this. I only saw this yesterday, and it does beg the question of whether ChatGPT has jumped the shark. Meaning, can you fully depend on the answers it gives you anymore? Because will that be highly, I don't know, skewed by any advertisers in ChatGPT? And the answer is we'll never really know, to be honest. So those are the two big things on the ChatGPT side that are going to change. And I'm not the biggest chat lover in the world by far. I'm more of a Claude guy. But the other really cool thing coming out is this. This is going to be something that you're probably never going to see, but you will experience. So while the other thing was mainly for people who run brochure websites, so if you're like a kind of like a creative web developer and you're not a software engineer, you need to be aware of ChatGPT moving into your space and starting to build websites for your clients. You need to stay ahead of that game. This is Stripe, and they have built what's called the Agentic Commerce Suite. They've been testing it in the United States since late last year. It has now come to the UK. And what it is basically it allows an agent, or basically a person who is on their ChatGPT or their Claude or Google or whatever you use, pick your drug, um, to say, hey, I need to buy X product X. I'm looking for, I don't know, a new shoe, or I am looking for a new deodorant or something like that. I couldn't think of anything. Please, can you recommend one? And this has nothing to do with advertising and has everything to do with, if you run an e-commerce shop, does it have an agentic buying platform behind it? And that makes your e-commerce searchable. You don't even need to advertise. That's the beautiful part. You don't need to spend advertising money as long as you're ahead on the technology here. If you can, and if you think about this really quickly, if you can combine this with drop shipping, if you deal with agentic products, if you deal with physical products, you can combine this with drop shipping, and all of a sudden you have agentic commerce for fulfillment, and then you have your agentic commerce for discovery, and then your drop shipping for fulfillment, and you never touch a thing. So that is what the latest that I have seen here as I deal with stuff from Bookable. But I'm always kind of on the AI side of things these days. And just beware, folks. Hope you're well.